All right, mateys. Tonight we're going to prepare my version of a French onion sauteed chicken. Now I say it's my version. I'm going to use a chicken broth instead of a beef broth, which is normally with like a French onion soup. But here's all we're going to need and how we prepare it. Well, let's start with the basics. I've cubed up some chicken. Now you could leave the chicken breast whole, but I used a less expensive, irregular size breast, so these would all cook at different times, so I decided to just dice them. And then, of course, onion, which we're going to slice. About 1.5 cups to 2 cups of chicken broth. Some flour to make our sauce. Olive oil. Worcestershire, Dijon mustard, a little bit of thyme, and garlic powder because I don't have fresh garlic. Now as I'm heating the pan with some olive oil, I'll slice our onion. And you know, French onion, another name for it might be burnt onion. Well, it looks like we got a little bit of bad onion here. That's all right, we'll just take that out. It happens. Now you see I sliced along the grain. You can also slice across the grain of the onion. And all we're going to do with this, so we're going to saute this in the olive oil. I am going to sprinkle a little garlic powder on there for some additional flavor for it though. If I can get it open. Come on. There we go. Now our pan looks nice and hot. We'll add our onions and really brown them nice. And with this dish, I'm going to just make a basic rice pilaf to serve with it, and a California blend vegetable. Now for most dishes, the onions are just about cooked. You see they're kind of translucent, but for the French onion, we're going to keep cooking these till they get nice and dark brown. And what we want to do here is only flip them occasionally. And you see how nice and brown they're getting. Just when you think they're brown enough, let them go a few more minutes. Now this has been almost 12 minutes on this. You see we got a nice brown. As our onions are continuing to cook and caramelize, I'm going to go ahead and add the other spices to our broth. Yeah, it looks good. Probably about a couple tablespoons. Whoops. A little bit of garlic. And our thyme. We mix that together nicely. Get my spoon here. And to thicken this, that's what the flour is over here for. We're going to add that to the caramelized onions, and that's going to make our roux to thicken our sauce. Well, our onions are nice and dark brown. Not that much oil in there for our roux. I'm going to add a little more olive oil, just a touch. Mix our flour in. And we cook that for a couple of minutes to get all the paste out of it. Pasty taste. pasty taste. That was kind of interesting. Turn that down. Well, that's been cooking for about 3 minutes. So now I'm going to add our broth and thicken that. We're going to set this aside. We'll use the same pan to saute our chicken in, and then we'll mix the two together. And you see this is just starting to come to a boil, so it's just starting to thicken on us. We'll keep cooking this till it's a nice consistency. Now I am using the same pan. I don't want to lose the flavor that I've built up in that already. So I'll add the chicken. We'll saute that, and once this is nice and cooked, then I'm just going to take our broth that we made earlier, the French onion, and pour over the top of it. All right, so don't you love the way they add water to the chicken breast and that? I guess it's so it doesn't dry out, but you know, we're just paying for that water. I don't get it. We're almost here though, guys. All right, guys, we're just about done here. Now, I tell you up front here, I did cheat a little bit. I did make a little cornstarch mix to add to this. I just didn't like how much water came out of this chicken. But now that's done, because I wanted to keep that broth has got flavor to it. So now we're just going to pour over our onion mix. Stir that together. And I'm going to serve this over my rice pilaf. There we have it, guys. My version of French onion chicken. Until next time, happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends, and bon appetit.